Là, normalement, vous voyez le jeu. Ok. Ce jeu contient des scènes d'horreur et n'est pas destiné à tous les publics. Veuillez vous référer à notre site web pour consulter la liste détaillée des avertissements relatifs au contenu. Save the Princess comporte des effets de clignotement de l'image et de parallaxe qui, en de rares occasions, peuvent provoquer une cinétose, mal des transports, chez certaines personnes. Si ces effets occasionnent des symptômes gênants, vous pouvez les désactiver depuis le menu préférences du jeu. Ok. Ah oui, le chat. Voilà, je l'ai caché. Quelles que soient les horreurs que vous découvrirez dans ces sombres recoins, faites preuve de courage et poursuivez jusqu'au bout de votre aventure. Aucune fin n'est prématurée, aucune décision n'est mauvaise. Il y a uniquement de nouvelles perspectives et de nouveaux départs. Ceci est une histoire d'amour. Ah oui, c'est vrai, la musique. Le jeu il commence avec cette ambiance un peu... On dirait qu'il y a un monstre qui va sortir de l'écran et tout. Alors... Je vais baisser un peu la musique. Mais si elle est très bien, hein, mais... Il faut quand même qu'on m'entende parler déjà que... On m'a dit que je parle pas très fort. Ah... Ok. Alors je sais pas si le son... Je vais mettre ça comme ça. Voilà. Ah ok, du coup là on peut désactiver le parallaxe, le papillotement. C'est quoi ça, faux fixe? Ah ça doit être comme si l'image... Enfin comme il y avait dans le fond là. Ok. Ah oui, il y a toutes ces langues. Je vais peut-être agrandir la fenêtre du jeu. Voilà, c'est mieux comme ça, non? Vous trouvez pas? Bon, moi j'ai pas mis en plein écran parce qu'au moins je sais que je joue à un jeu et je vais pas psychoter. Coucou Opa, j'ai pas encore lancé le jeu. J'étais en train de faire mes réglages. Est-ce que tu m'entends bien ou le jeu il est trop fort? Parce que j'avoue que j'en ai aucune idée. La voix est un peu basse par rapport au jeu. Ok, alors... Et là, est-ce que c'est mieux? Je vais peut-être mettre des dialogues genre comme ça. Après, je parle pas très fort de base. Sinon, je peux aussi rapprocher mon micro de ma bouche. Mais par contre, si je me mouche, vous allez tout... Ouais, c'est mieux. Ok. Et bon, on va laisser comme ça. Du coup, j'ai pas mis ma cam parce que je me suis dit pour l'immersion, au moins, il n'y a pas la cam et il n'y a pas le chat. Ok. Et ben, je vais lancer une nouvelle partie. Le héros et la princesse.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
J'aime bien comment il bouge. Oh ouais.
You're here to slay her.
Incroyable.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Ok. La fin du monde, vous pouvez être plus précis. Avez-vous envisagé qu'elle pourrait causer la fin du monde parce qu'elle est enfermée? Est-ce que l'exécution d'une princesse est un peu immorale, vous trouvez pas? Oula, il y a trop de choix. Personne d'autre ne peut s'en charger. Laissez tomber, je refuse de faire ça. Vous ne vous êtes pas dit que j'étais pas contre la fin du monde? Si je le fais, ben je recevrai une quelconque récompense. Ah d'accord, merci de me dire ce que je dois faire. Génial, j'ai toujours rêvé d'exécuter une souveraine. Vive la révolution. Ça c'est une réponse de français. Avancer vers le chalet en silence ou tourner les talons. Qu'est-ce qu'elle fait si je mets tourner les talons?
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Non. Ne lâchez pas le morceau. Bon, d'accord. Je vais aller au chalet et tuer votre princesse. Bon, d'accord, je vais aller au chalet et parler à la princesse. Peut-être que je la tuerai ou peut-être pas, on verra bien. Ouais, je vais très bien. Je sais très bien que je vais mentir. Mais pas du tout. Chose la plus importante, c'est l'endroit où je n'irai pas. Le chalet, je n'irai pas au chalet. En fait, je serais plutôt satisfait en cas de fin du monde. Je me réjouis à l'idée d'une aube nouvelle, différente. Bon, je vais marcher dans la direction opposée maintenant. Avancer en silence sur le sentier qui s'éloigne. J'ai envie de m'éloigner du chalet juste pour voir ce qu'il va me dire.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Pardon, mais j'aime trop ça. Je crois que je vais faire ça tout le long du jeu. Ok, je vais encore faire un demi-tour.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Une mort définitive. Bah... Écoute, moi j'ai pas trop espoir en l'espèce humaine, donc bon, que les gens meurent ou pas... Je m'en fiche, je vais pas lever la main sur une princesse. Parfait, peut-être que tout le monde devrait mourir. Voilà ce qui arrive quand on m'abandonne dans les bois et qu'on me demande de tuer quelqu'un. Ce chantage affectif ne vous poussera pas à le faire. Ok. Peut-être que tout le monde... Bon, on va avancer.
Your silence is deafening. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're in the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Ça sert à rien de lutter, n'est-ce pas? Je dois rentrer dans le chalet, hein, d'accord? Ah, vraiment? Eh bien, je crois que je vais partir dans une autre direction encore. En fait, je vais simplement marcher dans les bois jusqu'à ce que je trouve un moyen de quitter cet endroit. Ouais, je vais faire ça.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Ah, la musique, elle s'est tue.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
Ouais, la musique, elle est devenue un peu bizarre.
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
C'est le chalet.
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction,
Whoa.
there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on?
Oh, c'est moi qui parle.
You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness, but it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Ok, c'est étrange.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alors, j'ai une horrible impression de déjà vu. Attendez, on a déjà vécu ça? Oui, mais non. Vous ne plaisantez pas à vraiment anéanti le monde la dernière fois, hein? De quelle voix est-elle faite? Espèce de salaud! Cette fois, je ne compte pas me laisser faire. Je ne me laisserai plus avoir par vos petits stratagèmes. J'ai une horrible impression de
Terrible sense
vu.
of déjà vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
J'aime trop ce narrateur.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience. The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky.
C'est un mur, ça?
The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Ah oui, c'est bien ce que je disais, ces murs n'étaient pas là la dernière fois. Vous ne pouvez pas me forcer à aller au chalet. Du coup, il a mis des murs pour pas que je m'enfuis. Mais quel enfoiré. Ouais, d'accord, je vais de ce pas aller au chalet. Je vais à coup sûr réussir la princesse. Enfin, j'ai compris, je vois ce chalet. Avancer vers le chalet en silence. J'imagine que je pourrais pas aller loin s'il a mis des murs, donc je vais dire ça, ok, j'ai compris, je vais...
A warning before you go
Les murs,
any
ils sont là. Ah, et puis là, je tiens à vous prévenir.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Ok.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it.
En fait, le perso, il est schizo, c'est ça?
Let's keep an open mind.
Parce qu'il entend la voix du narrateur, du contradicteur. Ok, bah, il faut rentrer dans le chalet.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. It's all shifted, an inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
Désolé, j'étais en train de manger un bonbon, du coup j'ai pas écouté ce qu'il a dit et là je suis en train de lire.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Oh. Et bizarre ce chalet quand même, non?
If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that. Not when everything here is so wrong.
C'est vrai que c'est aberrant. Regardez-moi ces murs là. Enfin ces murs, ces objets là, ils tiennent pas sur le mur.
Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her.
Je sais pas si le narrateur en fait il veut pas juste qu'on tue une pauvre fille sans défense.
Oh ho ho ho! You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Approcher le miroir, descendre au sous-sol, prendre la lame. C'est vrai qu'il a pas parlé du miroir. Je vais prendre la lame, on sait jamais.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Okay, fine, you took the knife, but you really shouldn't hold it like that.
Ah, comment je dois le tenir alors?
Then how are we supposed to hold it?
Bim. Le mec il dit exactement ce que je dis.
The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Bon, je vais garder comment je tiens.
Great. You keep your grip the way it is. Your task awaits.
Ok. Et vous avez pas parlé du miroir?
Ooh, we should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun? You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Bah non, il y a deux fenêtres. Et il y a un sol qui bouge quand je bouge ma souris, avec la table et tout.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
Je veux savoir si je suis beau. Regardez
I care about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else could he be hiding from us? I'm not lying to you, I promise. There isn't a mirror. Really.
En fait, j'ai envie de regarder dans le miroir. Mais d'un autre côté, j'ai pas envie. Parce que j'ai peur qu'il y ait un screamer ou un truc comme ça. Bon, allez, on va descendre au sous-sol.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials.
Ah, mais c'est... J'aime trop, en plus ça fait bouger un peu... Enfin, j'aime bien les petits mouvements là qu'il y a comme ça, là. Tuc, 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 tuc. La porte du sous-sol s'ouvre en grinçant.
Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
Ouais, et puis ça a l'air dangereux aussi, il n'y a pas de barrière là, si on ne ferme pas trop de côté, on tombe dans le vide.
The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it. a kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
Ah oui, la princesse elle a l'air possédée quand même. Hein.
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
Bah oui, c'est pas faux.
But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
C'est pas faux. Ok, alors les escaliers rugueux à votre gauche, l'escalier face à vous, ou les escaliers réconfortants sur votre droite. C'est réconfortant ça? Et si les escaliers réconfortants ils amenaient un truc vraiment horrible et les escaliers rugueux ils amènent à un truc moins horrible? Parce que faut pas se fier aux apparences, hein, mon petit. Allez, je veux à gauche.
You step to the left. The path is cruel against your feet, the impact of each step sending pulsing vibrations up your legs until there's nothing left in them to feel. The air around you grows cold the further you progress.
C'est quoi ces escaliers?
At first a barely noticeable drop, quickly evolving into a numbing cold. Your toes feel like blocks of ice, your breaths puff out in clouds of condensed vapour. You shudder against it as you continue down the stairway, losing yourself in the bone-deep chill. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten.
C'est marrant le...
Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you just going to stand there?
Bonjour.
What the hell was that? What happened to us?
Ah, il faut que je clique, désolé. Ouais.
I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Mais en fait, le contradicteur, c'est parce que j'ai fait plusieurs fois le choix de ne pas écouter le narrateur. C'est pour ça que maintenant il interagit beaucoup. Je viens de remarquer. C'est marrant. Elle a l'air normale, oui, c'est vrai. Parisien que j'étais là. Comment vous appelez-vous? J'ai vécu une expérience étrange en venant ici, comme si j'avais été déchiré puis rapiécé. Est-ce que vous savez ce qui m'est arrivé? Si ça se trouve, on vous a enfermé ici pour une bonne raison. Est-ce que vous savez pourquoi vous êtes dans ce sous-sol? Apparemment, vous représentez une menace pour le monde entier. On m'a envoyé ici vous éliminer. Ouais, je vais pas lui poser la question parce que vous savez ce qui m'est arrivé, parce qu'elle est dans son sous-sol, elle sait pas. Comment vous appelez-vous? Je vais pas lui demander son nom, sinon après j'arriverai pas à la tuer si on commence à s'attacher. Mais je crois qu'il m'a dit de pas faire confiance à la princesse. Comment vous appelez-vous? Si ça se trouve, on vous a enfermé ici pour une bonne raison. Je vais dire ça, je suis désolée, j'avais pas réalisé que j'étais là.
Yeah, I know. I've been watching you stare at me for a long, long time.
Elle a une voix, je m'attendais pas à ce qu'elle ait cette voix-là.
The shadows recede, revealing the princess's face. I don't think she likes us.
Moi non plus.
Wouldn't you be skeptical of someone stumbling in here if you were her? We lost ourselves the second we stepped into this place. I don't know how long she's been here, but I can't imagine it would be easy for her to trust anyone.
Ah, j'aurais dû désactiver ce truc, hein, parce que...
Those eyes, though. They're so sharp. It's just deception. Don't buy into it. You can do this.
How strange.
Oula.
So, why are you here?
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time?
Bah, j'ai pas été au chalet.
Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it.
Je crois qu'il m'aime pas beaucoup le narrateur.
It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Votre présence est étoffée. Alors, j'ai vécu, hein. Ça se trouve, on a enfermé ici pour une bonne raison. Ça, on l'a déjà lu. Je suis venu ici pour vous tuer, ça aussi. Je vais essayer de vous sortir d'ici, essayer de la libérer. J'ignore votre véritable nature, mais je sais que vous n'êtes pas digne de confiance. Je ne peux pas me fier à rien ici. Je vais essayer sous le sol. Pourquoi? Quand je mets ma souris là, ça souligne les deux, alors que ça fait une réponse à chaque fois. Je vais dire ça, votre présence est étoffée.
And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
Non.
Do you need help? Not that there's much I can do, all chained up like this, but I'm the only one down here. So if you need anything, I'll do my best.
Je sens que je vais regretter mes choix. Je sais pas pourquoi. Oula, pourquoi je...
She fractures again.
Comme un miroir.
I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? You could always start by stabbing her.
Oui, mais il y en a trois. Si j'en tue une et que les deux autres là m'agressent.
Which her?
Ouais, c'est vrai ça.
Any of them.
Okay.
I don't know about you, but I'm sure glad we took that knife with us. I can't believe someone suggested you toss it out the window. Can you imagine? I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Ça se trouve, on vous enferme ici, ça aussi on l'a déjà vu. Bon, bah on va mettre celle-là, visiblement c'est pour continuer.
Wait, that's not right.
Comment ça?
Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride.
Pourquoi sa main elle est pleine de verrues?
You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. All at once you charge forward, knife gleaming to slay the princess just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... We can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
C'est quoi cette petite musique là qu'on entend dans le son?
No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart.
Ah,
I think he's gone.
on a perdu le narrateur.
We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable.
J'imagine, ça doit être dur de parler quand t'es comme ça.
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
Je suis pas chirurgien.
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
Alors, tout ira bien. Je vais faire de mon mieux. Je ne suis pas sûre qu'il faut remédier à votre état. Non. Vous avez tout anéanti, je ne vais certainement pas vous aider. Et garder le silence. Mais comment elle veut que je l'aide Je vais lui dire je vais faire de mon mieux, mais bon, je promets rien. Hein. Ah. Au revoir. Quand tout est possible, rien ne l'est. Mais vous ne savez pas si elle a eu l'occasion d'entendre votre réponse, elle a disparu et autre chose a pris sa place. Un miroir.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Eh, mais c'est le miroir là, que l'autre il disait qu'il n'existait
And
pas.
there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? He is. Does that mean the world ended? What are we supposed to do now?
Bah, je crois qu'il faut regarder dans le miroir.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
Ouais, mais...
No. Don't do that.
Mais je sais même pas où est partie la princesse. Je sais même pas par où commencer à chercher.
Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. Again, what the hell are we supposed to do?
Bah, je crois qu'on n'a pas le choix. Hein.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Ouais, moi j'ai pas envie de faire ça, mais le jeu me laisse pas le choix. Mais attends, là c'est le héros qui dit ça.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
Approcher du miroir. Ah, j'espère qu'elle n'est pas un screamer. Hein. Je me prépare mentalement. Tendez la main dans un silence absolu. Les voix sont parties, mais le miroir est toujours là. Il est temps que vous découvriez ce qui s'y cache. Ah, quelle horreur. C'est moi, ça? C'est vous. Ah. Vous vous retrouvez seul dans un espace complètement vide. Il n'y a pas un bruit ici. Où est-ce que tu vois un chalet? Le jeu me dit avancer vers le chalet, mais... Ah! Vous êtes au chalet. Qu'est-ce qui lui arrive à l'assassin?
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Ah, c'est stylé. Pardon, excusez-moi, mais je trouve que vous êtes très stylé maintenant, Madame la Princesse. Qu'est-ce que vous êtes? Un réceptacle fragile? Est-ce que c'est la fin du monde? Laissez-la partir. Connaissez-vous le narrateur? Est-ce vous qui m'avez demandé d'oxyre la princesse? Est-ce vous qui m'avez enfermé ici? Voilà toutes ces réponses. Avez-vous connaissance des mondes qui existent en dehors de cet endroit? Êtes-vous la princesse? Est-ce qu'on se connaît? Que fait-on maintenant? J'ai bien envie de lui demander ça. Avez-vous connaissance des mondes qui existent en dehors de cet endroit? Putain, la musique, elle est douce là, ça me fait... Je me sens moins sur les nerfs. Je sais seulement qu'ils existent. Voilà, je vais y cliquer. Qu'est-ce que vous êtes? Ah mais... En fait, je pense que ça fait avancer l'histoire et le reste, c'est des questions qui... Est-ce que vous connaissez le narrateur?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Ok.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Qu'est-ce que vous êtes?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Je suis les lumières solitaires illuminant une ville déserte, et vous? Les lumières solitaires, mais qu'est-ce que vous voulez dire?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
Quelle est ma véritable nature à votre avis? J'ignore qui je suis. Je suis une personne. Bah... Je vais dire je suis une personne même si je ressemble à un monstre.
A person. A set of eyes witnessing from one perspective. I think that you are more like me than you are like a person. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Non, c'est... Ok, là on revient à la boucle de questions. Est-ce que c'est vous la princesse?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Est-ce que vous avez toujours été la princesse ou la forcez-vous à faire partie de vous?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Ok. Après je regarde les autres questions. Qu'est-ce qu'on fait maintenant?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
Je suis en train de penser à un truc, j'ai oublié de lancer l'enregistrement du stream.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Alors, ne créez-vous Ne craignez-vous pas que je trouve un moyen de vous tuer? Qu'est-ce que je vais oublier exactement? Combien d'autres fragments de vous est-ce que je dois vous rapporter? Et si je refuse de vous laisser faire? On m'a demandé de vous doxir la princesse pour l'empêcher de provoquer l'apocalypse. Si je vous aide, est-ce réellement ce que vous comptez faire? On m'a demandé... Ça, j'ai déjà lu, d'accord. Faites-moi oublier. Ouais, après, je peux la télécharger sur mon PC. Mais c'est juste que le faire moi-même, ça m'évite de la télécharger après. Bah, on m'a demandé de tuer la princesse, mais si je vous aide, qu'est-ce que vous allez faire en fait?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Vous répondez pas vraiment à ma question. Qu'est-ce que vous allez faire si je décide de vous aider?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Ok. Et combien d'autres fragments de vous est-ce que je dois rapporter?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Et j'ai oublié quoi exactement?
Everything, until we meet again.
D'accord. Et si je refuse?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
Je ne vais pas y retourner attendre. D'accord, faites-moi oublier. Je me demande qu'est-ce qui se passerait si je lui dis je vais pas y retourner.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Je vais attendre pour l'éternité, je sais pas.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage? You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Ah! Le jeu a planté. J'ai pas sauvegardé. J'ai pas sauvegardé. Est-ce qu'il y a des sauvegardes automatiques dans le jeu? Je crois que...
You have returned to me. Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Ah non. C'est toi qui as fermé le jeu, c'est ça? Attends. Je sais pas si c'est elle qui a fermé le jeu, parce qu'elle réagit comme si je revenais... Mais j'ai cru que le jeu il avait planté, j'ai vu Windows charger et après pouf. Bon, je crois que je vais pas avoir le choix de sortir. Hein. Mais avant tout, je voudrais vous poser une dernière question. Vous craignez pas que je trouve un moyen de vous tuer?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Ok, bon bah faites-moi oublier. Hein.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Ok, bah je t'oublierai
You
pas.
won't.
Putain, ça m'a fait sursauter. Le monde autour de vous s'obscurcit et la vie vous abandonne. Ah, et on retombe au niveau 1.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Ok. Ben, vous pouvez passer les dialogues déjà rencontrés en appuyant sur la touche Tab de votre clavier ou la touche R1 de votre manette. Vous avez pas envisagé qu'elle pourrait causer la fin du monde uniquement parce qu'elle est enfermée?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Ok.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Ah, c'est vrai que c'est dangereux les poules.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Vous pouvez être plus précis sur la fin du monde?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Ah, si vous m'expliquez pas pourquoi elle est dangereuse, moi je vais pas la tuer. Hein.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out, which she will unless you do something about it.
Et qu'est-ce qui se passerait si elle parvient à sortir? Moi je veux savoir.
The more specifics you have, the harder it will be for you to do this very important job. She's a princess. People will listen to her, because listening to her is in their nature. And when they do, everything will come crashing down.
Vous avez des preuves?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Et vous avez pas dit que j'étais pas contre j'étais pas contre la fin du
Of
monde?
course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Et y a personne d'autre qui peut le faire.
Oh, if only that were the case, but I don't make the rules. I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far, but unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off. Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
Mais tuer une princesse, c'est un peu immoral, non?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Et je vais être payé au moins.
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Ok, bah écoutez, je vais aller au chalet et parler avec la princesse. C'est aussi terrible que vous le prétendez, alors peut-être que je la tuerai. Mais je ne promettrai rien avant d'avoir eu l'occasion de la rencontrer en personne.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed.
Ok.
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Ah, il n'y a plus le miroir.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Ok, bah je prends la lame.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Et je descends dans les profondeurs du sous-sol.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Bonjour.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Quoi, n'importe quoi. Comment pouvez-vous imaginer une chose pareille, dit le mec avec un couteau? Ah, je suis démasqué, effectivement, je suis là pour vous tuer. Pas du tout. J'ai pas encore pris ma décision, je suis venu pour discuter, c'est tout. J'ai pas encore pris ma décision.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Je vais garder mon couteau quand même.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
Putain, maintenant elle a l'air apeurée.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Et si elle plaisantait pas, et si elle nous tuait? Vous êtes certain qu'elle n'a pas d'armes? Je suis désolé, peut-on au moins discuter? Pas question de poser ma lame. moi discuter.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Ah. Alors, soit je peux lâcher la lame, soit je peux la tuer, soit je peux juste la fixer, ou alors je vais dire très bien, nous sommes dans une impasse.
Well, I guess we are.
For the love of everything, just slay her already.
Le narrateur, il va me détester.
Or drop the blade. Do something.
Putain, maintenant ils sont tous contre moi, les deux. Vous voulez vraiment pas discuter?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Ok.
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around like this forever. Eventually, something is going to give, and I highly recommend that you be the one to take the initiative here.
Ah, mais c'est trop drôle, je viens de remarquer qu'en fait la voix du héros c'est pas forcément toi, c'est un autre personnage et le narrateur, bah c'est le narrateur et du coup des fois ils se mettent contre toi, la vraie personne devant ton écran. Ok. Bah je vais faire ce pourquoi je suis venue, hein. Désolée madame.
Doubt,
Oula.
unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
La princesse, elle a fait du catch on dirait.
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
Aïe.
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing.
Putain, mais en fait la princesse, elle faisait des pompes, des abdos, et puis elle faisait les poings sur son mur comme ça, là, tous les jours jusqu'à ce qu'on arrive.
Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Il est enfermé dans le sous-sol. Ah, mais elle a l'air d'être un peu forte, hein, pour nous. Abandonner, finir le travail. Ah, et je crois en moi.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either.
Putain, mais je suis en train de me dire, en fait, ils ont fait des animations là pour avoir les petits zouip là, comme ça, en PNG, enfin sans fond. Et ils ont fait aussi un fond. Et le sol. Et ils ont mis l'animation comme ça, comme fond. Et après, ils ont codé pour faire un parallaxe. Pardon, excusez-moi.
Excuse me?
Je me pose trop de questions techniques.
Do
Pardon?
you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now.
Ouais, c'est vrai. C'est vrai que je traîne un peu.
Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job.
Ah oui, c'est vrai que j'ai les boyaux à l'air.
The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
Ah bah, ravi de l'apprendre.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
Oui.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
L'adversaire.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Ah mais j'ai déjà vu ça. Oui, mais non.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning. That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
Admettons que je dise la vérité, que tout cela se soit déjà produit. Pourquoi devrais-je vous écouter? Pourquoi m'embêter à faire quoi que ce soit? J'ai bien envie de dire ça.
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We did our best with the information we were given, and we did kill her. And yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations, you've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? Ugh, enough with the talking. We've got a fight to win. Nothing else matters. I couldn't agree more. The cabin and your destined confrontation with the princess awaits.
Parlons un peu de cette princesse.
Just be quick about it.
On s'est entretués la dernière fois. Comment faire en sorte de ne pas reproduire le même scénario?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job and save the world.
Ok. La dernière fois, c'est vrai qu'elle m'a tabassé à mort, mais de là à causer la fin du monde, comment pourrait-elle seulement en être capable?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. Oh, this is maddening. Why do you keep asking questions?
Ouais, j'ai un nouveau copain dans ma tête.
There's nothing wrong with getting the full picture of what's going on here. Sure there is. It's wasting time and energy that would be better spent fighting.
Mais qui l'a enfermée dans le sous-sol et c'est quoi cet endroit où
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Pourquoi les personnes qui l'ont enfermée ne sont pas chargées de la tuer? Pourquoi est-ce que ce sale boulot me revient à moi?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
Du coup, il joue la carte de vous êtes spécial.
Oh, I didn't know we were special. Yeah, I like the sound of that.
Juste du coup, ils sont contents.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
Mais vous êtes évasif, qu'est-ce que vous me cachez?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. What else would we even need to know? We've got all the reason we need for a rematch. Exactly. The less you know about her, the better.
Ok, bah c'est tout ce que je voulais savoir, visiblement.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Et là, je t'en étalon.
We can't just leave. We're supposed to fight her. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
Bon, après ça, j'ai déjà fait. D'accord, je vais au chalet. Ah, vous lâchez pas le morceau? D'accord. Je vais aller au chalet et la tuer, la
Thank
princesse.
you. The whole world owes you a debt of gratitude. Really.
Ok.
Oh, about time. I can't believe you were about to run away.
L'obstiné, il va pas beaucoup m'apprécier, je pense.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
Ok.
Don't believe a word she says. Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight. Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice.
Ça me fait rire parce que je suis en train d'imaginer le personnage principal. Il est en train de parler tout seul, mais en fait, il entend les voix dans sa tête et tout. Je me dis, mais il y a quelqu'un qui passe, il va dire, mais c'est qui ce fou?
The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Crystal. Let's just get on with it already.
Ok.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Ah, quand j'ai fait demi-tour, du coup, ça a remis le miroir, j'ai l'impression. Mais la cabane, elle a changé aussi.
See? Even the cabin has the right idea. Let's get moving. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Le chalet est différent de la dernière fois.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. The world is depending on you.
Ok, je prends la lame.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
C'est vrai, on dirait plus, je sais pas, le couloir dans un château au fort. Un peu. Ah, le miroir a disparu.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulphuric odor to it. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening. Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
Ah mais on n'est pas venu pour draguer, hein, l'obstiné.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, a large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
Putain, mais là c'est vraiment la princesse qui a fait du sport, de la muscu, tout ça, mais en plus c'est un démon.
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Ouais, elle pourrait se libérer facilement en fait.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us.
Ah, je me souviens de moi.
And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
J'espère que vous avez tout entendu, monsieur le narrateur. C'est très différent de notre dernière rencontre, mais en tout cas, elle a bel et bien eu lieu. Vous avez l'air différente. Alors, vous vous souvenez de moi? En fait, je suis ici pour vous libérer. Je ne dis pas que je refuse de combattre, mais avant toute chose, nous avons tous les deux des points à tirer au clair. Comment se fait-il que nous soyons encore en vie pour commencer? C'est vrai ça. Je n'ai pas encore décidé ce que j'allais faire. J'ignore ce qui vous est arrivé depuis notre dernière rencontre, mais je refuse de combattre une géante démoniaque à Dieu. Ok. Et bah, moi j'ai envie de faire la première, parce que j'ai envie de faire chier le narrateur.
Okay, fine. Let's say for a moment I believe you. For all we know, whatever happened to you last time was just a fluke, and beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember what happened last time.
Are you okay?
Est-ce que ça va?
Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
Je vais poser la question à la princesse parce que le narrateur il a pas l'air de vouloir répondre à mes questions.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done.
Ok, elle est pas aussi loquace que je
Don't
pensais.
you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Vous avez quand même l'air différente.
You look exactly the same.
Alors vous vous souvenez de moi?
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
J'ignore, c'est... Ok. En fait, je suis venu ici pour vous libérer.
Free her? You aren't... I don't know why I'm even bothering, to be honest. You know the stakes of the situation.
Who says I want to be free?
Ouais, si vous voulez... Vous n'aspirez pas à être libre, alors qu'est-ce que vous voulez?
I want the two of us to fight to the death. I want to feel your knife split my flesh. And I want to hear your bones snap beneath my fists. Is that really too much to ask?
Yeah. Especially that last part. Don't be such a coward.
Espèce de lâche.
I'm just being cautious. If it comes to violence, we can find a way to deal with her that doesn't involve throwing our life away. I'd rather not die again, and I find it deeply disturbing that you seem to relish the thought of it.
C'est un maso, en fait.
Because it doesn't matter if we die again. It'll just be another opportunity to have the fight of our life.
L'obstiné, il est à fond. Hein.
We don't know that for sure, and I'd rather not bet on it.
C'est moi où j'ai l'impression que le fond, il s'éloigne de plus en plus. Ou c'est juste... c'est juste une impression. Bon, visiblement, elle veut pas être libérée, mais elle veut se taper, donc on va se taper, hein. Mais d'un autre côté, j'ai envie de savoir ce qui se passerait si je pars maintenant. J'ignore ce qui vous est arrivé depuis notre dernière rencontre, mais je refuse de combattre une géante démoniaque. Adieu.
Oh, you've got another thing coming if you think you can just turn around and leave.
As you step towards the stairs, you hear the heavy creak of straining metal, and then a snap. She's loose. You have to make a decision, and you have to make it fast.
Bon, qu'est-ce qu'on fait, les amis?
How about we get the hell out of... The little voice doesn't have the chance to finish that thought before the princess barrels into you and smashes your body into the rough stone wall. Can I finish my thought now?
Je peux terminer ma réflexion
Sure.
maintenant.
Why not? Here. So glad we could stick around to hear the end of that. But but I'm afraid that's all the time you had left. Why, for the love of everything, did you stop to think? What did you expect you'd come up with? It doesn't matter, because everything goes dark and you die. Great job.
Merci.
No, come on, we can't be dead. We didn't even get a chance to fight her. Dead is dead, but maybe you'll have better luck next time.
La furie.
You're on
Whoa.
a path in the woods, and at the end of that path...
All right, change of plans, no more hesitation, no more dying. We're taking the fight straight to her.
Pourquoi il a une voix de mec qui vient de l'armée?
If we had a chance against her, we already missed it, didn't we? She got stronger, and we stayed the same.
Ça me fait penser à un personnage dans Baldur's Gate 1, là, l'elfe dépressif, là, qui est toujours en train de dire qu'on va crever.
We've seen her bleed. Whatever she is, she started out mortal, which means she probably is still mortal, which means we can win. We just didn't take things seriously enough last time.
Le décor, il me rappelle un des cauchemars que j'ai fait quand j'étais au lycée, je crois. J'avais rêvé que je prenais le tram, et l'intérieur du tram, en fait, bah, c'était des fauteuils comme ça, en chair, tout bizarre. Je sais plus ce qui se passait dans ce rêve, mais ça m'avait profondément marqué au réveil.
If that's what you want, then fine. Enjoy being beaten to death again and again and again.
Ça va être mon nouveau copain, le résigné.
Well, this is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already been here.
Mais c'est des pattes d'oiseaux, ça, non? Ou c'est des branches d'arbres, mais qui ressemblent à des cerfs?
Yeah, you think?
Actually, I don't think we have been here.
Ah, moi non plus, hein, ça me dit rien, ce chemin.
This is all different, isn't it?
That's a good point. Everything here is a little off. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
Je me sens comme fracturé, tiraillé entre une centaine d'options à la fois. Quand le moment sera venu de faire un choix, vous avez intérêt à tous m'écouter. Si nous atteignons ce fameux point de non-retour, qu'est-ce qui va se passer ? Dans tous les cas, on dirait que les réponses à nos questions se trouvent à l'intérieur du chalet. Autant aller voir où ça nous mène. J'en ai plein d'autres de cette histoire. J'ai encore envie de poser des questions au narrateur. Il va péter un câble et...
Then what happens? Have you even been listening? It's the end is what happens.
Non, j'écoutais pas, désolé.
Yeah, but is there something after the end? How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there, if there even is a there. It doesn't matter because we're going to win. Now that's exactly the sort of mindset I like to see. Don't let yourself be consumed with self-doubt. Don't flirt with oblivion. Just focus on the present and everything will be absolutely fine.
Ok, bah de toute façon... on n'a pas le choix, hein.
Good.
Putain,
We're
ils ont
all
même
on
mis
the
des
same
bruitages.
page.
Ah, mais c'est dégueulasse. On dirait que quelqu'un s'est mouché sur cet arbre. Ok. Ben, nous sommes tous d'accord.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her. That's it? No final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard. That's fine by me. Let's get moving. I'm itching for a rematch.
Ok.
The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight.
Ah, mais ça me rappelle trop les décors de Dragon Age. Origins.
But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat. That's horrible.
Bon, ça va.
It doesn't matter.
The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Et un énorme miroir.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Et voilà encore ce miroir. Et cette fois, il nous bloque le passage.
A mirror? There is no mirror. There's the pedestal, the blade sitting on the pedestal, and the door to the basement.
Just tell us where the door is. I'd like to get back to fighting, and if you want us to kill her so bad, I'm sure you feel the same. No more messing around.
I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely.
What are you trying to say, exactly?
He thinks we've lost it, that we're succumbing to madness, that something in us has broken.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste time arguing with any of you.
It's in our way. Let's just smash it.
Je vais prendre la lame encore une
You
fois.
take the blade from the pedestal. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Good. Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel.
Et je m'approche du miroir.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange.
Bah, il y a un miroir en fait devant moi.
It's a bit grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean? Wipe what clean? Are you still on about that mirror? It's not real. I'd know about it if it were real. No, we can't doubt our eyes like that. It has to be real.
Let's just smash it and get it over with. I'm ready to get violent.
We won't be able to see what's in there if we smash it. Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
Je vais le fracasser.
You bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead.
Why am I not surprised?
You step forward into the darkness. The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic. The air is thick, its odour an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
So you've returned after denying me the salvation of combat? Are you here to gloat? Are you here to mock what I've become? Do you think that if you let me kill you enough times, I'll suddenly soften and repent for sins that live solely in your head? Well, we've tried that, haven't we? Now come down and see what your refusal has done to me. See how much you can bear to witness the consequences of your actions.
It cuts both ways. We've both hurt each other.
C'est le même doubleur pour toutes les voix. Parce que c'est marrant qu'il arrive à faire autant de...
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
Alors à quoi va ressembler?
The chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone. The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Ah oui, j'avais même pas remarqué, c'est stylé ça aussi, madame.
She's been hollowed out, just like us.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
Non.
There's
Oula.
not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh. And then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings. She is loose, and she is coming for you.
She's only trying to connect with us. Wouldn't you want to dig for a spark once you lost it? To try to reignite something, even if it hurts?
Alors, qu'est-ce qui vous est arrivé? Attendez, on n'est pas obligé d'en arriver là. Je suis désolée, vous m'entendez? Je m'excuse de vous avoir causé tant de souffrance. Je vous en prie, écoutez-moi. Je vais en finir avec vous. Ouais, je vais en finir avec vous, madame.
You'll try. And that's what I've been so excited for. Let's hurt each other.
Your heart free of fear,
Elle est
you
géante.
charge towards the princess, your eyes locked on each other, both of you prepared to lay down your very essence in one blow.
Ah, c'est mignon, elle a accroché sa peau là, comme ça, avec des petits coups.
It's now or never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory.
With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound.
Ah bah, super. Je pensais pas que je verrais mes boyaux comme ça.
No, that's our stuff. She can't just do that. She just did. Unfortunate, I know, but reality is reality. This is the only way it could have gone, really.
Oh, you are just insufferable, aren't you? Come on, we're better than this.
Ah, je veux bien, mais avec les intestins à l'air, ça va être compliqué, hein.
So, are we dead?
J'aime bien, elle est là en mode, elle attend qu'elle nous regarde en mode, non.
No.
Don't think that I'll allow you death here. I've made that mistake before. No, you will suffer until you see in me what I have seen in you.
Alors, je vous en prie, expliquez-moi. Ne devrions-nous pas trouver un terrain d'entente? Nous sommes ici pour une raison, alors autant essayer de la découvrir plutôt que de nous entretuer. Tentez de succomber vos blessures. Vous êtes un monstre. Et je suis censé comprendre quoi au juste? Je vais garder le silence.
At least you're quiet now. At least you haven't fallen back on words. They aren't music. They aren't dance. They aren't feeling.
Your eye, held far outside your skull by a thin stalk of nerves and viscera, stares back at her in unblinking silence.
Ah oui, je fais pas le figure, hein.
Let's see what meaning we can find together. Let's see what we're made of.
Something infiltrates you. Though you do not see it, you feel it, slithering into your disaster of a body, seeping into the gaps between your molecules.
Non, pas mes molécules.
The body of a sapient creature has, on average, 30 trillion cells. And each one of those cells is composed of 100 trillion some odd atoms. One of those cells is peeled from the others. 100 trillion atoms are gone.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Yes? I think. Then 2 are peeled away. Then 4.
This is nothing. Nothing.
8. 16. 32.
Whatever she does to us, we shouldn't hate her. She's been hurt so badly.
C'est vrai qu'elle le vit bien, quoi. Enfin, qu'il le vit bien, le gars.
128. 256. 5.
Are you still
Ah, j'ai
there?
appuyé.
Are you still you?
1024. 2048. 4096. 8192.
I feel small. Smaller than before.
16,384. 32,768. 65,536.
You can't just count us into oblivion.
131,072. 262,144.
Ah, mais en fait, il compte les moutons pour qu'on s'endorme, je crois.
524,288. What happens when it gets higher? Like, really higher?
Nothing. Just like nothing's happening now.
But something is happening now. Something in us is liquefying. Something that started small but that keeps getting bigger.
1,048,000. The hundreds don't matter anymore.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Et elle répète toujours la même chose.
2,096,000.
Ah, ça y est, il a repris son comptage.
4,192,000. 8,384,000. I don't like this waiting.
Waiting for something to happen. But it's taking so long.
16,768,000. 33,536,000. 67,072,000. Your eyes are useless. 134 million. The thousands don't matter anymore. Your blood begins to go places it shouldn't.
Est-ce que va encore nous demander si on est là?
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Ouais, encore un peu.
There's the pain. I can feel it now. But we can handle this. We can't let her win.
Ouais, mais comment tu veux la battre alors qu'on est... genre, il y a la moitié de notre corps qui est sorti de notre ventre et on est en train de se liquéfier littéralement.
Fighting the pain is just the same as wallowing in it. This doesn't have to be something where you win or lose. We just have to accept it. Listen to it.
268 million. We don't need to count anymore. Your lungs fill with liquid. You smell things you shouldn't. You choke on pieces of what used to be you.
Doesn't matter, because we're still alive.
Ouais, en vie c'est relatif, hein, mec.
You are deconstructed. You are reconstructed. A square you, a round you, a you with too many legs, a you with many mouths which won't stop screaming. Then all of it pressed into a ball, tightly packed into the size of a fist. What does you even mean anymore? We just keep changing into horrible things we can't control. Make it stop, please. Make it stop. Please make it stop.
You means we exist. There has to still be a way for us to win. Otherwise this would be pointless, and all this torture would be for nothing.
You're right about one thing. It is torture. But it isn't pointless. The whole point is that it's torture.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Yes.
The ball is unraveled into the shape of a body. The skin peels off in a corkscrew. The eyes are plucked. The organs arranged in the air in a neat row.
Putain, c'est stylé. On dirait... Ça me fait penser au manga là, de Junji Ito, s'en sort.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Elle change de disque, hein, Micheline.
It's okay to let go. Then I'm letting go. Yes.
You are stretched into a line 12 feet long, then 24, then 48. The line gets thinner as you get longer. A mile. 2. 4. 8.
C'est un one-shot qu'il a écrit, ça s'appelle Sans sort. Je sais pas si tu l'as lu.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Putain, elle veut pas changer de disque, la madame.
Yes.
16. 32.
Ah, il dit plus rien, lui.
64.
No.
128.
I'm still here.
You are stretched and stretched and stretched until you are longer than the world itself. You wrap around it again and again and again. A tense line of microcosmic tissue held together by forces that are far too weak for the task they've been given.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
I'm going to stick around as long as you need me to.
And then the forces disappear. The bonds holding your cells together break. You are 30 trillion little pieces, all of them separate, and all of them falling.
Ah, on voit son reflet.
Are you still there?
Are you
Are you still you?
Elle commence à fatiguer, non?
You sit in these
c'est moi qui
30
deviens
trillion
fou.
places, each second passing in each of them before you arrive at the next. Each second passing as 1 million years. And so, you wait.
That's all I have.
Bah, c'est déjà très bien, hein?
And then all at once there is a great rewinding, and all of the disparate pieces that once were you fall dutifully back into place.
Oh.
You are whole again, and in your body, the body you had before all of this happened, and the princess sits against the wall, her dress of skin more tattered than before, her face sullen and disappointed.
You left me, and there's nothing I can do to bring you back.
She's just like us. A piece of her is missing.
Je ne vous ai pas laissé tomber, je suis encore là. Je n'ai jamais cessé de me soucier de vous. Et vous devez laisser votre douleur guérir. La vie ne se résume pas à la violence et à la souffrance. Nous pouvons voir au-delà si vous le souhaitez. J'ai toujours détesté vous combattre et je n'en démords pas. Qu'est-ce que vous espériez accomplir exactement? Vous n'avez pas l'air bien, vous semblez métamorphosé. Vous n'avez plus rien à voir avec celle qui m'a taillé en pièces. C'était un supplice, j'en ai maudit chaque seconde. Tout ce que vous avez dans le ventre. Je crois que je vais partir maintenant. Ah, je suis encore là, madame, hein, je vous ai pas laissé tomber.
So you are. And yet I still feel so alone.
Oh, bébou, tu vas pas pleurer maintenant. Tout ce que j'ai fait, c'est mettre un terme à notre engrenage de violence. Vous pouvez faire de même en quittant cet endroit avec moi. Ouvrez donc les yeux et vous verrez que tout le monde nous tend les bras. L'univers ne se limite pas à nous deux petites personnes. Allez, je vais lui demander si elle veut partir avec moi.
After everything I've done to you, you'd really take me with you?
Bah, si tu promets de pas recommencer, oui. Non, je voulais juste vous rendre la monnaie de votre pièce. Je me demande pourquoi je dis une chose pareille. Ouais, je vais lui tendre la main, parce qu'elle a l'air quand même un peu seule, la pauvre.
Are you serious? You're just offering her your hand.
Bah oui.
You cross the room towards the princess, extending your hand to her. Her eyes, deep wells of buried sorrow, meet yours for a moment. You despicable fiend.
Oh, ça va, eh oh, je vous permets pas, monsieur.
And then she takes your hand in hers. You're going to end the world, don't you get it? I can't let that happen. I can't let you leave. I have to...
You can't stop us. We've been through enough. You don't scare us.
Fine. You and the princess climb the stairs out of the basement together. In silence.
It's okay. We're almost there.
C'est la princesse qui fait ce bruit
I'm
quand elle marche.
tired.
I know.
And then you cross the upstairs of the cabin to the door, which you open. And then you step outside and into the ruins of the world you left.
Behind. He's gone too. It's just the three of us now.
Is this the world? It's so cold.
Ah. Ah bah je vais apporter à Micheline un morceau. Vous n'avez pas l'occasion de répondre et vous ne l'aurez jamais. Il est temps de partir. La mémoire vous revient.
So the world's gone, and she's gone with it. There's only one thing left for you to do here. You need to look at yourself. Whatever you see, it's going to be okay.
Ok. Here we go. Les voix se taisent lorsque vous vous avancez vers le miroir. Vous tendez la main dans un silence absolu. Les voix ont à nouveau disparu. Le miroir les force toujours à partir, mais vous devez voir ce qui se trouve à l'intérieur. Vous avez enflé. Vous vous retrouvez de nouveau au cœur de la quiétude éternelle. On va revoir notre copine, là. Ça lui fait une drôle de tête vue de loin comme ça. Vous êtes au chalet.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Est-ce que vous êtes toujours la même? À quel point vous avez changé?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Vous parlez par énigme. Est-ce que vous pourriez pas au moins me donner une question, une réponse au clair?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
Qu'est-ce que ça fait comme effet de se transformer ainsi?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together.
It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Ah, il y a plein de réponses. Combien d'autres réceptacles je dois vous rapporter? Que ressentez-vous à mon égard? Ces réceptacles que je vous apporte, elles ont souffert par ma faute. Je souhaite pas vous faire de mal, mais j'ai l'impression que plus je recommence, plus la situation risque de dégénérer. Que pensez-vous de ce réceptacle? Que voulez-vous que je vous apporte la prochaine fois? Vous avez été plus gentil à mon égard que n'importe qui d'autre. Pourquoi? Vous avez été plus gentil à mon égard n'importe qui d'autre, merci. Lorsque je reviens sur mes pas, c'est comme si un mur invisible se refermait sur moi. Pourquoi je ne peux pas refaire les mêmes choix? Vous avez bien conscience qu'à la fin, lorsque vous serez complète, je vous pourfondrai? Qu'est-ce que vous ressentez à mon égard? Ces réceptacles que je vous ai apportés, elles ont souffert par ma faute.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Vous allez faire quoi quand l'histoire sera terminée?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Quand je reviens sur mes pas, c'est comme s'il y avait un mur invisible. Pourquoi est-ce que je peux pas refaire les mêmes choix?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread. Qu'est-ce que vous pensez de ce réceptacle? This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. There is passion and empathy buried under her unfeeling skin. She will make for a weathered heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
Ok, bah je pourrais y retourner.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Le monde autour de vous s'obscurcit et la vie vous abandonne. Ok, et après ça fait des boucles de gameplay.
You're on a
comme ça.
path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Ah, du coup ça marche comme ça le jeu. En fait c'est les mêmes chapitres. En fonction des choix, tu rencontres une princesse différente. Et après t'as l'entité chelou là qui apparaît. Et soit tu tues la princesse, ou soit tu pars avec la princesse et l'entité elle les récupère.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Et je crois, parce que là j'ai acheté le jeu de base, mais j'ai pris aussi la version avec le DLC, donc je crois que sur le DLC ils avaient mis, il y avait plus de fins en plus. Donc j'ai pas vu combien il y avait de fins en tout. Après, là je pense que je vais encore streamer une petite heure, mais si jamais plus tard on peut refaire un stream là-dessus, hein, ça a l'air bien en fait comme jeu. Bon, on va pas lui reposer les questions parce qu'on avait déjà posé toutes les questions, je crois. Je vais dire d'accord, merci de me dire ce que... Non, je vais mettre ça. Génial, j'ai toujours rêvé d'exécuter une souveraine. Vive la révolution.
That's the spirit.
Ah,
You
mais il
make
va
your way
direct.
up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood.
Non, j'ai appuyé trop vite.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
C'est moi.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Allez, je descends direct.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Je vais dire ça cette fois. Je suis démasqué et je suis effectivement là pour vous tuer. Mais je crois que j'ai déjà dit ça, non? Allez, je vais prendre mon courage à deux mains et je vais avancer.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Je crois que la dernière fois, j'avais dit que je laisserais pas ma lame. Je vais essayer de lâcher la lame pour voir ce qui se passe.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Alors, en effet, c'est très étrange. Relation, je rêve ou vous me draguez. Moi, je pourrais vous faire ça. Je pourrais vous sortir d'ici. Je suis ici parce qu'apparemment vous avez l'intention de détruire le monde. Certains de vous soupçonnent de vouloir anéantir le monde. Certains vous soupçonnent de vouloir anéantir le monde. Qu'avez-vous à répondre à cela? Comment vous appelez-vous? Depuis combien de temps êtes-vous enfermé ici? Savez-vous pourquoi je viens vous auxir? Bon, nous avons assez discuté. Moi, je pourrais vous sortir d'ici.
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Depuis combien de temps vous êtes enfermé ici?
Too long.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Donc certains vous soupçonnent de vouloir anéantir le monde. Qu'est-ce que vous avez à répondre à cela?
Don't just tell her that.
That's cute. Do you believe that? Do you think I'm some sort of... monster? If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so... dangerous?
Non, mais j'imagine qu'on ne m'a pas donné ces informations pour une raison.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
What if they're bad reasons, though? If they had good reasons for thinking I was dangerous, wouldn't they have shared them with you? I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want to leave.
Je vais me poser dans ton lit et continuer de regarder ton stream en lurk. Ok. Et si c'était pour une mauvaise raison, s'il y avait une bonne raison de penser que je représente un danger, vous l'aurez forcément révélé, non? Je ne veux de mal à personne, je veux juste sortir d'ici.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
Ouais, c'est vrai. Quand je lui demande, il me dit que des inepties.
That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you, either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
On n'a pas tort si je t'ai demandé de réfléchir à cette situation, c'est bien pour une raison. Si tu m'as écouté, c'est aussi pour une raison.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd
Merci.
open an orphanage,
Bonne
or that I'd
nuit.
do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
Bon, on a assez discuté.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Alors, soit je la tue, soit je lui dis je vais vous sortir d'ici, ou alors je vais vous laisser enfermer ici encore un moment, le temps que je me décide. On peut toujours essayer d'apprendre à se connaître en attendant. Ouais. La dernière fois, je crois que je lui avais sauté dessus pour la tuer et elle m'a massacré, donc je vais examiner les chaînes.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Mais s'il n'y a pas de clé, vous avez une autre idée, autre chose que vous tranchez le bras pour vous libérer?
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
Ok.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Putain, le narrateur, il m'a enfermé ici pour que je fasse mon travail. Hé, hey, c'est moi sortir.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Ok.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Ok, bah je vais voir ce qui va se passer là.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp and you make quick work of it. Before long you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
Ah, le curseur, il a du sang sur le poignard.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Oh non, mais il triche là. Je vais l'avertir.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
Elle va pas se mettre sous le couteau.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Prisonnier. Prisonnière, pardon.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her. If you...
Espèce de salaud! Cette fois, je ne compte pas me laisser faire. Je me laisserai plus avoir par vos petits stratagèmes.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
Il a combien de voix dans sa tête, ce mec?
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Ok, bah j'avance.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
Wink.
Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Ok.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Cette fois, je vais pas prendre la lame. Je vais descendre direct.
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
Are you sure? What if she... I don't know... turns it against us?
Yes, I'm sure.
Turns it against you? She's a prisoner here. She'll only be able to turn it against you if you give it to her. Which you won't be doing because she's an existential threat to the entire world. Okay, I'm trusting you.
Bon, bah, je vais prendre la lame, hein.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Thanks. I mean it.
Ah, merci.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
Ah oui, cette fois, ils ont pas lésiné sur les chaînes. Hein.
Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Je crois pas avoir besoin de faire grand chose, elle est totalement emprisonnée là. Je vais simplement les laisser ici. Moi je vais m'asseoir.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Je vais m'asseoir là où elle m'a dit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor. Still a good distance.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Je suis déjà venue ici, est-ce que je suis seule à m'en souvenir?
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
First you make a comment about having been here before, and now this. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably. I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again. All right? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't. Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Que s'est-il passé après ma mort la dernière fois?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
Vous vouliez connaître mes intentions tout à l'heure. Qu'est-ce que vous entendiez par là?
Yes. Your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading? You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her. Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
Vous voulez que je vous coupe la tête pour vous sortir d'ici? Au cas où vous ne l'auriez pas remarqué, vous avez aussi une chaîne autour du cou.
No, no. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that. She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't. Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us. So, what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Ok. Vous avez autant de raisons de me méfier. Vous savez que j'ai autant de raisons de me méfier de vous que vous en avez autant de douter de moi. Je ne vais pas vous confier mon arme, vous l'avez peut-être oublié, mais vous en êtes servi pour me tuer la dernière fois. Je peux couper ce qui vous retient ici, mais je ne vais pas vous donner l'arme. Bien, je vous fais confiance. Si vous voulez sortir d'ici, c'est moi qui garde l'arme, vous devrez faire avec. Je crois que je vais tout simplement vous laisser ici. Gna, gna, gna. Je vais lui donner le couteau parce que je suis curieuse de voir ce qu'elle va faire.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place. You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you? Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right? Oh, you've already tried to take over, buddy. Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you? A little. I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly, as she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck. No!
On peut détourner le regard, on peut regarder, mais moi j'ai envie de voir.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that? Huh. So that's her play. Killing herself? She isn't dead yet. Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back. The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
Huh. So I guess that's it. What a way to go. But she is gone, isn't she?
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Now hold on, she's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle?
I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us. I'm sure you can understand that.
Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of a reason. She's left us with this dangling thread, and I need to know why.
You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed, and now we can all relax and enjoy your reward.
Ouais, je vais l'emmener vu que je lui ai demandé, je lui ai donné le couteau pour les libérer.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin.
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
She didn't. She's dead. But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it.
Ok, bah j'ouvre.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. But it's already... over? Is he gone?
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you. So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
Ouais, je récupère un autre fragment. Mais vous n'avez pas l'occasion de répondre, et vous ne l'aurez jamais. Il est temps de partir, la mémoire vous revient.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Tout va bien, vous devez me faire confiance. Vous êtes déjà venu ici, vous avez toujours eu peur.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fit.
On se reverra de l'autre côté, ne vous inquiétez pas.
Okay. If you say so.
Oh, ils ont
We'll
confiance
trust
en
you.
moi.
Feels too good to be true.
Vous approchez du miroir. Et vous tendez la main dans un silence absolu. Les voix ont à nouveau disparu. Le miroir les force toujours à partir, mais vous devez voir ce qui se trouve à l'intérieur. Vous avez fondu. Ah oui, j'ai une sale gueule, hein. Vous vous retrouvez de nouveau au cœur de la quiétude éternelle. Et vous êtes au chalet.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Vous ne pouvez pas être une contradiction. C'est impossible, une telle chose n'existe pas. Comment pouvez-vous supporter d'être une contradiction? Peu importe combien de fois je recommence, l'un de nous finit toujours par faire du mal à l'autre. Ça ne vous rend pas différente? Ça n'a pas des retombées négatives sur vous?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
Je crois qu'en vérité, je vous apprécie encore davantage. Je ne sais pas ce que ça dit de moi. Non, pas vraiment. Tout cela me paraît si loin quand je suis à vos côtés. Je n'ai pas d'avis sur la question. Je veux seulement que ça cesse. Oui, vous me torturez, c'est insoutenable. Je crois bien que je vous... Oui. Je sais pas, moi je l'aime bien, elle.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
Qu'est-ce que vous pensez de ce réceptacle?
This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
Ok. Je crois que j'ai demandé ça, je sais plus. Combien d'autres réceptacles je dois vous rapporter?
We will know when we near our destination.
Ok, en gros ça veut dire joue plusieurs fois, tu verras bien. Ok, bon, je suis prêt à y retourner, madame.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Le monde autour de vous s'obscurcit et la vie vous abandonne. Ok.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Ok.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Moi je pense que je vais arrêter de streamer là parce qu'il est un peu tard et je vous avoue que je commence à fatiguer. Mais si ça vous dit, un autre jour, alors je sais pas quand, on pourra continuer cette partie. C'était très cool. En vrai c'était très marrant, j'ai beaucoup apprécié. Hop, alors je vais fermer le jeu et puis bah, je vais vous dire bonne nuit. Hein. Et à plus tard. Je sais pas quand. Bisous.